we talk a lot about, how to surrender our dreams to the Lord, and how in our culture, whether it's church culture or not, we tend to put ourselves at the center of our dreams. And what I've noticed about you is you have this, I don't know if it's just a natural gifting or if it's something you've learned, it's something intentional, but you love to fan into flame the dreams of other people and to bring out the gifting in other people. And so I really want to talk about that, not just how do we live out our own dreams, but how do we help other people live out their dreams? So maybe let's just start there from a big picture standpoint. Where does that come from? Is it something that you learned from someone in your life, or where did you learn this skill?
Man, that's okay. Thank you for observing that and calling that out. Let me just give a preface, I guess, justification of some sort, or I don't know, context maybe, but that doesn't always feel that good for me. Like, I don't always feel like what you just said. I can consciously go back and remember actually doing those things with people, even just yesterday or whatever. But it doesn't always just, sometimes I'll get that selfish side. It's like, well, that didn't do anything for me. But sure enough, the next day I still do it. So I guess on some funny answer to your question, I guess somehow in me it's an innate thing maybe, or habit or something. I don't know, but it is something I've done for a long time. But again, I'm just saying it's kind of funny how it rubs me the wrong way sometimes. And so I'm going to chalk that up to the Holy Spirit. Just saying, hey, I'm going to put you in this place. You're not really the smartest guy in the room, but fan that guy's flame. Sure, knock yourself out, bro. And I'm like, cool, Holy Spirit, thanks. I'd like a raise one day. Hey, I'd like to have a job like that one day or something. And that's kind of our wrestle, me and the Holy Spirit, I guess. But the first practical, I don't know, story that comes to mind when you ask that, or where'd that come from, is I just remember early on, my mom says this statement, or taught us this statement years and years ago, and I really haven't heard her say it a lot lately, but it is what we do, which is, she says, every time you go and connect with somebody or serve somebody, and this is, again, she's telling me this in elementary school, you always just finish the sentence, what else can I do for you? What else can I do for you? And it's kind of one of those, you remember the teaching we heard years ago about mechanics then leads to changing your mindset, or that kind of progression. And I can just envision myself and remember vividly, even in certain situations where we would just ask that. My mom would say before we leave, you have your regular manners, please and thank you. Okay, say thank you for dinner tonight to so-and-so. We would say that. And then she'd always kind of tag on that other thing. What else can I do for you? So those mechanics of saying that has ultimately stuck in my brain, I think. I think that's probably where it all started from, of what else can I do for you? Which then I think over time puts you in an automatic posture to just be ready for them to say something. And then you kind of just do it. And then let me jump to the far end of where I sit now at 43 years old. I'll be honest with you. There are plenty of times it's purely selfish, and I don't mean like tangibly somebody's giving me money or something. It's not that, but I do have this sort of, I know that sounds like a really funny thing to say, by the way, selfish part, but I have this thing in me where I just get really excited because I'm able to sit back and be like, I know where that guy got that. I know who pushed him over the edge. And I don't know. I just like that. That's a sort of compensation to me. It literally obviously doesn't pay the bills or those kind of tangible blessings and give backs, but that is something that really fuels and drives me, and seeing somebody progress. And and again, I think it started with my mom, but it's definitely something I just do almost naturally and habitually, I guess, now. And I look for it now. It's just a fun thing.
Yeah. It's almost like you've learned to diversify your satisfaction, that you don't just find satisfaction in what you do, but you're finding it in something that you've invested in someone else.